Happy Tuesday, hashtag my global family. How is everyone doing today? Are you recovering well from your holiday? I hope so, family. I hope so. My poor babies. We have a little dog, Rosie. Her full name is Rosalind, actually, and Zuzi Poo, my fat cat. He's a big tomcat family. And yeah, they hate fireworks. I don't like fireworks. It sounds like gunshots. I have PTSD, anxiety, and depression. And I am here as a real life Sluttle superhero to prove that, people with disabilities are active community members, leaders, Ivy League graduate, published author. Family, I'm here to transform the world on a mission from my ancestors. In addition, family, don't forget this coyote is a medical marijuana advocate, researcher, and advocate. Revolutionary. Family, I'm tired. I have been on Zoom since 10 o'clock this morning. Can you believe it? Yep, it is summer school time, and this coyote is proud to be a graduate assistant for the New Mexico Humanities Now program, family. It is an initiative that is sponsored by the Mellon Foundation, and it is a gateway between Central New Mexico Community College and the University of New Mexico. This coyote has been a teaching assistant for Southwest Literature and Culture. I'm so excited to be working with Dr. Melina Ariman and Dr. Leona Pequin. It's great. It's a great experience, family. Where are my books? The first week we're in class, we knocked out the Indigenous Peoples' Histories of the United States, family. This is actually the youth edition. It is a great resource. It gives a snapshot of history, and it's incredibly difficult to do. There are over 570 some federally recognized tribes, 330 some state recognized tribes, family, and it is an ongoing battle to get recognition back for the tribes. And so how do you, with over 800 tribes, how do you tell a history of all of our peoples? It's an impossible feat, but this book by Roxanne Dunbar Ortiz, it is great. It is a great resource, and this is a must-have for anyone who is teaching Native American studies, sociology, and doing any sort of research in the Southwest and the United States. How can you not want to get an understanding of our histories of Indigenous people? Yep, very important. And we also read Blue Horses Russian Family. And this is by Lucy Tapahozo. I got to work on my pronunciations, family. I am working on it. But today we were reading a book by N. Scott Momaday, and it's Housemaid of Dawn. And it is a great narrative, family. It actually won a Pulitzer Prize. So this coyote is like really deep into it. Halfway through the book, family. We're going to be finishing it this week. I can't wait. And next week, our class is going to be actually visiting the Indian Pueblo Cultural Center, the Hispanic Cultural Center family, the South Broadway Cultural Center. Where else are we going? Oh, Petroglyph National Monument. And we also had an opportunity to go check out, is it Valles Carrera? Family, it is an amazing class. It's jam-packed in 4 weeks though. But shout out to my amazing peers who are currently undergraduate students who have transferred from CNM to UNM, or they recently transferred, like the first year or so. They had the opportunity to get a stipend, $1,000 for every class that they finished. We also provided the books for the courses as well as extra support via amazing graduate students, doctoral candidates, and doctoral students like myself who are here to support our class. It's been a great and quick week and a half, family. You cover a lot of material in these summer classes, but only 4 weeks. Think about that. An entire semester's, right, usually 16 weeks of information, whoosh, cut down to 4 weeks. That is an incredible amount of information, family. Obviously, it's not as heavy as of a course load than you would have had if you were taking the traditional course, because our professors are humanizing and amazing. But it is a great opportunity, family, if you are free in the summer, to pick up some quick credit hours. Don't forget, I am always a resource for our community. So if you are at C&M and want to transfer to UNM and you want support, we have some opportunities for you guys in the fall. Absolutely. And it does include funding, $1,000 per student per semester for research projects of their own that are connected to the humanities department that they're studying. So Native American Studies, history, English, Chicano studies. There are many of the humanities departments that qualify. So don't forget to hit me up for more information. Oh, family. So I was TAing, I went to class, I did my reading, I went to class, I did my advisement hours, and then I did a little cleaning of the house. I mean, I put some dishes away, I reloaded the dishwasher, woo woo, and I switched out some laundry. So, family, I don't know about you, but I have been juggling. How do I work from home? How do I keep my house like not crazy looking? Right? Uh, a family, I always say that I have OCD not as a diagnosis, but it helps me to navigate my world, right? Having PTSD means that I have to manage anxiety every single morning, family. Um, okay, fine. Maybe not every single morning, but I'd say about 90% of the time when I wake up, I don't want to get out of bed. The idea of getting out of bed fills me with dread. And I lay there and I make some excuses. I might have to go to the bathroom and then I come back in. I'm like, 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes. Okay, I'll be honest. 20 minutes is my sweet spot. I'll go reset the alarm for 20-minute intervals. But that is because there's a lot going on, family. COVID is affecting all of our lives. The rise of prices is hitting all of us, right? 4.89 for cream cheese last week at Albertsons. And I'm having to make some hard decisions about funding the projects that I support, right? I send money to Indonesia and Madagascar to help support my family. I had to stop sending money to Madagascar and I had to cut down drastically the money I send to Indonesia. And I'm a graduate student, family, which makes we make $14,400 a year as our annual salary. And that's for 80 hours of our labor every month. And I'm asking, family, how are we supporting and paying the bills on graduate student salaries? It's impossible. And so now I'm going to be hitting the mattresses and asking my friends and family for help looking for either full-time employment or to pick up adjunct classes, which is how I've been able to pay for graduate school for the last 9 years. But that isn't a lot either, family. It's like 1,800 to 2,800, depending on if you're at an institution's offering, good compensation. But yeah, there are a lot of people who are paying the bills by cobbling together, like this coyote had, 2 to 3 classes at a time, right? And then you bring in, between $2,000 to $9,000 every semester, and that's half a year, right? Think about that. If you taught 2 or 3 classes, that might be 2,200, 2,800 if you're lucky. So now we're talking about an extra $6,000 to $9,000. That's peanuts, family. Your entire annual salary then, right? Let's be generous, say 9,000, right? Times 2 is $18,000 a year. And there are absolutely PhDs and doctoral candidates and doctoral students who are living off of $18,000 a year. So think about that, family. If you are going to school, but yet you are stuck in capitalist low wage positions, how is that affecting us, right? How does that affect our institutions? How does that affect the learning environments? And literally, it keeps well-educated people in a subordinate position. They can never fully take care of their families when they are stuck in adjunct work. And let's be honest, family, that is a business model that educational universities and colleges around the world have taken on, especially in the United States, because we are based on capitalism. But how we are divesting our own workers, right? We are not allowing them to thrive in this society because we refuse to pay them what they're worth. I'm just saying, family, if you cannot sleep at night because you can't pay next month's bills, this coyote is right there with you. And again, I know have privilege. And I know that my parents and my partner are always there to lift me up. But I also feel a lot of shame in that. In order to make next month's bills, I have to ask my mom to borrow money. And as a 41-year-old person who is very high educated, that's a hard pill to swallow. And that's the case and state for millions of people in the United States. We are overeducated and underpaid. So, family, I am asking for my community support. This coyote and the love of my life did start our very first taping of Patreon, where you did a brand new podcast on Friday. It is Eating, Drinking, and Smoking with Trey and Neil. We're going to be talking about critical topics. We're going to be inviting guests into our home and having dinner with them. We're going to be bringing up issues that are important and near and dear to all of us, to all of our communities. And it's not always going to be pretty. We're going to get into debates and we're going to talk about how we can literally change this world. And family, we are going to be asking for patronage via Patreon. This coyote is also taking PayPal right now, family, to help support my monthly expenses as a doctoral candidate who is literally doing research on healing and trauma and how marginalized groups create and make sense of identity during a global pandemic. What strategies, what spaces, what people do we call on when we need help the most, especially when we are healing from a global pandemic, when we are healing from death, and the ramifications of slavery, capitalism, white supremacy, and colonization. So I'm just saying, family, don't forget, this is your daily reminder that if everything is not okay right now, it's not you. It's COVID, it's white supremacy, it's all those other things I mentioned before. But together, family, I firmly believe that we're going to make change. We're going to be the change and make the change we need in this world. So again, family, my new pitch that I have to learn how to do is that my projects and my research that this coyote does, the work I do in the community with providing free content via either my yoga updates, my daily prayers, or the one-on-one trauma cases that I do individually, where I help graduate students and undergraduate students take them through the Office of Equal Opportunity to fight their own battles, literally. Anywhere from kidnapping, microaggressions, kidnapping, family, it's academia is a very violent place for marginalized people right now. And this coyote helps to create that change by helping individuals. So family, help me remember to start asking for money because my own budding nonprofit, we are currently fundraising for the $2,000 it's going to take to file our paperwork. My projects also are valid and worthy of funding. So if you want to contribute to this coyote in my mission to take over the world through humanizing educational change as an Indigenous two-spirited warrior, please feel free to donate to my PayPal, which is andrea.abeta@gmail.com. My Zelle, which is DM me for my Zelle information, family. And what is it? PayPal, Zelle. I think that's it right now. And my Patreon. Family, it's weird. It's weird asking for money. Is it not weird? I mean, I do it all the time on behalf of the organizations and behalf of all the fundraising and the events and stuff. But asking for money for your own project, for your own company, for your own nonprofit is kind of crazy and weird. So forgive my weird pitch. But together, family, we're gonna make a difference. I'm always hopeful. All right, without further ado, family, let us do our yoga for the day. I can't wait.
Welcome to Yoga with Adriene. I'm Adriene, and today we have a little goes a long way yoga practice for you. If you're new to yoga, this might be a great practice for you to delve in and just kind of get a foundation for focusing on sensation over shape, which is important. If you're a regular member of the Yoga with Adriene community, then chances are you've heard me say it before, a little goes a long way. And if you've practiced even just a little bit, I'm sure you'll agree. So let's hop on the mat, check in with where we're at today. Let's get started. Alrighty, let's begin in a nice, comfortable seat. Depending on where you're at today, you could even start this part on your couch or in a chair. So truly find a place where you can get comfortable. Because we're going to start with some pranayama, some breath work, breath practice. And this can be a little tricky, especially if you're new to the practice. because I think a lot of times people don't consider or know or haven't experienced that the breath practice is as challenging sometimes as the asana practice. They are part of one physical practice, the physical branch of yoga. So if it's hard for you to settle in, I guess I'm just saying you're not alone. Let's give it a try, because with the breath, we can really change our game. So the theme of today is a little goes a long way, and just taking, I mean, we know this, right? Intrinsically, intuitively, taking one deep breath at a certain point in your day, whether it's in traffic or when you're dealing with someone or, can absolutely support you in that moment, can totally be a game changer. So that said, come into your comfy seat and sit up nice and tall. And then just allow your energy to kind of land here, and maybe put the hands wherever feels good. So be really mindful about where you are placing the hands, just as a way of spreading a little awareness out. Spread awareness out to all parts of the body, sit up nice and tall. And we're not going to do anything in particular today, so nothing fancy, just a couple moments of deep breathing, all right? So no fancy pranayama, just really conscious, full deep breaths. So we'll do about 10 of them, but don't worry about the number count. Just close your eyes. I'll breathe with you. Keep lifting up through the crown of the head, sit up nice and tall. And then after about 10 or so breaths, I'll cue us. So you can kind of trust the video, trust me, trust yourself, and close your eyes. Here we go, sit up nice and tall. And we'll begin to deepen the breath. So big conscious breath in. Mindful release as you exhale out. And see if you can slow your breath down a bit. Make the inhalations a little bit longer and smoother, and same for the exhalations. And then notice where your thoughts have gone, where the mind goes, and just notice that, acknowledge that, and then come on back to the breath practice. We're breathing deep here, deep breathing. And on your next inhale, imagine the breath coming in through the nose and traveling down. So the direction of the breath is down as you inhale. And then it does this kind of sweet little somersault and then comes up as you exhale. Let's try that one more time. Inhale, breathing down. And then exhale. Breath travels up and out through the nose. Great. Bat the eyelashes open, loop the shoulders, and we'll let that go. So it doesn't mean we're going to stop the conscious breathing, but we're going to kind of let the movement and the breath become one. When two become one. That Spice Girls. So big looping of the shoulders. If you are on your couch or in a chair now, go ahead and come on to the ground. Maybe you have a yoga mat, maybe just onto the floor. And we'll come into a nice, comfortable seat. So keep conscious breath going, whatever that means to you. Keep coming back to a nice deep inhale, nice long exhale whenever you can. Little goes a long way there. Sit up nice and tall. We'll take the left hand, just spread it super wide, rotate the left wrist. And then go ahead and place it on the ground and inhale, reach the right fingertips up and overhead. Side body stretch, so good. A little goes a long way here, so find a little movement. Whether it's gentle pulsing, maybe it's opening the chest up towards the sky and then rounding it down to the ground, checking in with the shoulder. Find your deep breath here. And then come back to center. Ooh, I do declare. And then right hand, spread the palm super wide or rotate the wrist. So this is great if you sit at a desk. We're just kind of opening up through the hands, the wrists, and then side body, uncrumbling. Great for lower back pain too. Remember, it's all connected. Find movement that feels good here. See if you can keep up with a conscious breath. Great, then come back to center and send your legs out long. I'm a little sore. Firming down through the tops of the thighs. Nothing fancy here. Reach the fingertips up as you breathe in, and then forward fold as you breathe out. So even if you only land here, you're great. Way to be where you're at today. You need to breathe into the back body, stretch, stretch, stretch. Okay, so don't feel like you need to push it to any certain shape here. Focus on the sensation over the shape. So find your version of this here, and then connect to your breath. So this is also good standing. If this is too tricky, you can do a standing forward fold instead of a seated forward fold. And that one you can do anytime, anywhere. Just be careful when you do it in the shower so you don't slip. Wherever you are, whether you're seated or standing here, forward fold. Allow the weight of the head to relax and release down. This is an awesome pose to check in with daily, not just for the muscles of the body, but for the nervous system, for the mental aspect to your practice. Then connect to your sitting bones. If you're seated, if you're standing, connect to the soles of your feet, all four corners. And everyone tuck the chin into the chest and roll it up. Great. Just in case you took me up on the standing, come on back down to seated. And just nice and easy, we're going to take the right foot into the left palm. So start here. Be super mindful here, especially in these little yoga breaks. You can never be too mindful because it's always kind of in those unthoughtful moments that you end up kind of tweaking something or anything, if ever. So it's usually not in the actual yoga practice, at least with my community of friends, where people get injured. It's always kind of in the moments in between. So stay present. And we're going to come to a little rocking of the cradle of the leg and the foot. Okay. Sorry. Right hand comes to the outer edge of the right knee. And this will be a little different for everyone. If you're like, I can't grab my foot, no worries. Just grab your calf here. And so what, again, we're focusing on is the sensation over the shape. So unfortunately, I mean, I don't want to be negative, but unfortunately we see a lot of instructors just kind of slamming into the shape because it's in their body and then it's hard to decipher what it is for us. So it could be this for you. It may not be this. Okay, on the same token, if you need a deeper stretch, go ahead and bring that right foot into the crease of the elbow, the left arm, you can come here. So we're here, we're here, we're here. And we're imagining the ball and socket joint here on the right, in the right hip. And we're breathing and we're doing our best to sit up nice and tall. So all of these things are great things we can do as a sequence or great things that we can do on their own. For instance, this is a great thing to do. All of these things actually so far are really great to do while you're watching TV. So after this video, if you're watching this on your big screen, you can pop on an episode of your favorite. See, if I had a TV show, I could send you to my TV show right now. Just kidding. Kelsey. We're working on a TV show. That'd be fun. But I want all the community to be in it. Travel around and visit the community. Yes. Take your right foot, cross it over. Nice twist here. We're going to hug the right knee with the left elbow. Roll up through the spine. Swim the right fingertips behind and boom. Find what feels good here. Maybe point and flex through the extended leg. So I wanted to mention, it could be this twist or it could be any twist. A little goes a long way with the twist. Recline twist. You always want to find that deep breath in a twist to get the full benefits. Now I'll release and switch on the other side. Switch to the other side. Bend the left knee. Rock the cradle. So it's a practice, you know, yoga asana, we're taught shapes, and that's the physical practice. So take it upon yourself with your home practice. And I think that's what's cool about Yoga with Adriene too, because this will just help you when you go to your public class to focus on sensation over shape. And then you'll want to come back to your mat. You're going to want to take these little yoga breaks every day. And then you stop comparing yourself to other people too. At least I have, or I try, because I'm like, when you really focus on what feels good for you, it kind of really doesn't matter what other people are doing. I mean, you can be inspired by someone, but this video turned into a yoga lecture by Adriene. Okay. So after you've moved around a little bit here, go ahead and cross it over into your twist. Notice if you're kind of leaning back here. Notice if you've lost connection between your feet. Reconnect. Great. And then we release. Cross the ankles, come to all fours. We have 2 more things to do. So you know your cat-cow, so I'm not going to do that one because I feel like everyone really knows that anyway. And you can insert that here as a freestyle. We're going to bring the knees super wide, big toes to touch. If you come to my public classes, I rarely do not do this next little ditty because I feel like we're constantly here with the head, neck forward, here, all the time. So this is great little neck and upper back body hygiene. Here we go. Inhale, reach the right fingertips forward, find that length, that stretch in the right side body, and then try to maintain that as you thread the needle. So right fingertips in and underneath the bridge of the left arm, and we come to rest on the right ear, outer edge of the right shoulder. Keep a connection with your big toes, and the knees are wide so that we can find this awesome rock in the pelvis here. And then breathe into the upper back body and stay connected through your hands. So you can really use this left hand to press away from the earth here, either by bending the elbow or finding extension. Might also like to bring it all the way up or even around, hand on the sacrum or to twist. You know what to do here. Listen to your body. Big, deep, conscious breaths. And play with that directional breath. Inhale, it travels down into the belly, and exhale, up and out. And slowly release, press in your foundation and come back again. Pay attention to the mindful moments in between. And the same thing on the other side. Left fingertips stretch. Try to maintain. So sometimes we just come into it from here. I have all this collapse in the side body. So this little bit of consciousness in the side body goes a long way as we thread the needle. Left fingertips underneath the bridge of the right arm. And same thing, try to stay connected to your toes. Find what feels good with the right arm and breathe. If it's too much, don't worry about it, but otherwise maybe you play with that directional breath, inhaling, filling the belly with air. And then exhaling, imagining the breath traveling up and out the nose and the mouth. Sweet. One more breath. And beautiful release. I always love my view from here. Like, it depends where I'm at and which day, but today is really pretty. Okay, coming back to seated. You can also do this one standing. If you've done a Yoga with Adriene video, you've probably done this before. I'm actually gonna come to my knees. Neck circles, not 1980s neck circles, as fun as they are. Okay, we're putting, this is what we say in kids yoga, but it works. We're putting a little marker here. You can choose your color. Or if you're sophisticated and modern, you can put a little charcoal pencil on the tip of the nose. And we're starting with small circles today. So small, tiny, tiny circles. Head over heart, heart over pelvis. So sit up tall or stand tall. And then allow your circles to grow larger. And you really need to kind of drop what you look like here and really focus on the sensation here to find that yummy spot. I'm a great example of that. Sometimes I'm just like in public, like, oh. And then allow the circles to grow larger. So we start at like button size and then we move to like full dinner plate size. And you can move through like saucer, salad plate, dinner plate. And then reverse your circle. Check in with your breath. And if you find a catch, you might rock a little bit in that place. You might notice if the shoulders have started to creep up out of just our habitual self. And so relax your shoulders. And then bring it back to center. Draw the palms together. Big breath in. Big breath out. Okie doke, my friends. So that was A Little Goes a Long Way. I encourage you, a little friendly invitation to try this once a day for a week. And I think the big idea here is that you make sure to take time for yourself and that you don't always need a big, fancy, sweaty yoga practice to do that. Sometimes just a little bit goes a long way. So it's just doing one pose or one little ditty from this practice or returning to this video every day for 7 days. I encourage you, schedule it in your planner, whatever you need to do, just like you would schedule anything. You wouldn't skip eating, you wouldn't skip a shower. See if you can touch on a little bit of this every day for a week and let me know how it goes. Okay, I know it's a challenge, so handing you a friendly challenge. See if you can schedule time for 7 days to drop the pin and find what feels good. All right. I love you guys. Leave questions, comments below. Share this practice with your friends. This would be a good one to share it with someone who's new to the practice. And I'll see you next time. Free yoga videos every Wednesday. Take good care. Namaste.
Namaste. Woohoo! Family, we did it. We did it. We did it, did it, did it. Oh, yeah. We completed our yoga for Tuesday. And I'll be honest, family, Tuesdays and Thursdays, we do some yoga for the floor. That's a little bit more intense than our chair yoga for elders. So yeah, it takes me a little bit more pep in my step to make sure I get it done. And I'll be honest, family, I could hear my knees creaking. I could hear like my bones popping a little. I have not been doing enough yoga, family. Did you know in addition to the yoga I try to share with you guys every day, I also used to do my own power yoga afterwards. But ever since I added jujitsu and lifting and cardio all together, it's been a little much. So I got to go back to yoga, family. It is near and dear to my heart, and it helps me be able to touch my toes. For real, that's like a skill. Don't forget, family, I am Drea Beta, coyote walking in this world, real life, a Slutto Public superhero, proud two-spirit indigenous warrior. This is part of my critical race, indigenous, whiteness, intersectional vlogging doctoral project. I make videos about my life, family. I talk about intersectionality, how class, race, gender, my language, my belief, my spiritual system, my educational work that I do in the community, how that all is one person trying to make change in this world. I'm a zealot, family. I am a true believer that I am on a mission from my ancestors to transform this world. My Gammy. Shout out to my Gammy. My Gammy. She inspired me, family. And she is there guiding me every single day. I talk to her constantly, and she's the one who gives me hope. I know that I'm on the right path, family, doing what I do because it matters. Strangers, complete strangers who I've never met. People on the street who have seen my videos in Albuquerque. They're like, oh my God, you're Dre. It's red hair. It's a red hair family. It's a dead giveaway. But that makes me happy because they get excited and they're like, oh my God, your panic attack video, or oh my God, the stuff you do at UNM, and just that makes me feel good because sharing hope and joy and pain, that brings change because we all start thinking a little bit differently about how we walk in the world. Absolutely, family. That's how I change the world. One interaction, one conversation, one human life at a time. Don't forget, in addition to being an Ivy League graduate, a published author, a researcher, a critical race, whiteness, intersectional scholar, an international graduate student leader family, a teaching assistant during the summer, I am also Coyote and a spiritual leader. So, family, when November 2020 hit, my Gammy literally told me, she told me to raise a church. She told me, raise a church. She said during COVID that I needed to start a space where people could start to rethink what spirituality meant to them. Not religion, spirituality. Don't forget, family, Coyote's Lodge, House of Spirituality, Good Race Theory, Medical Marijuana, is not a house of religion or of God. It's rather a place where we come together with family to reflect on how we walk the path of our ancestors, our histories, our lived experiences, and how we make sense of it. How do we rehumanize, and how do we start the healing process? That's what we do in my church, in my spiritual space. So don't forget to join us here every day, family, for our daily prayer. When we pray, family, we are talking to our ancestors and we're asking for their blessings and for their guidance. And when I burn sage, family, this is a practice that is older than time. Our ancestors, they would burn sage in ceremony. And yes, even though it is 2022, we are engaging in ceremony and we are reconnecting to our land, reconnecting to our people, reconnecting to our families. When we talk to our ancestors, they listen. Gammy, it's your favorite trickster coyote grandchild. I know. I have been sick. I have been sick and I have been tired and I have been struggling to find the light in me. And today we have a very special prayer so that we can find direction once again in our lives. COVID is affecting us, Gammy. Prices are rising, instability with jobs, housing, and healthcare is definitely troubling. So, Gammy, I haven't been able to sleep good at night, and I've been plotting and trying to make sure all of our family is safe. So, Gammy, today's very special prayer in the face of adversity, in the face of COVID, in the face of what seems to be hopelessness, let us find the superpower of perseverance. Because Gammy, I know that stubborn streak that has this coyote has been my guiding light. I'm stubborn, family. Once I get my sights on something, there isn't a power in the verse that can stop me. So Gammy, allow us to change stubbornness into perseverance and allow us to target our goals so that we can complete our mission in securing the future and safety of all of our communities. Our children, our grandchildren, and everyone is waiting for us to make the change that we've been promising them in this so-called United States that has equity, that has equality, that has freedoms that other countries and other people can only dream of. So Gammy, allow us to be the change and lead the charge so that we can persevere. I love you, Gammy. You're my first example of warrior woman. Allow us to be inspired by your spirit. I love you and may you rest in peace. Papa, My papa family. My papa was everything loving and kindness, and he sparked comfort, and he sparked when you were with my papa, you didn't have to worry about anything. And today, when we are so full of worry and doubt because we don't know for many people where the next meal is coming, where the next paycheck is coming, where the next rent payment is coming from, Papa, send us some love so that we can be lifted up. Allow us to persevere despite all of the obstacles that are coming into our path, whether it be the people we work with, whether it be the lack of humanizing wages, whether it be lack of housing or job or insecurity. There are many intersections in our life that are affecting us as family. So, Papa, allow us to persevere despite it all, and allow us to find people who are going to love and lift us up. May you rest in peace, Papa. I love you. And to my great great grandpa, Pablo Beta, true revolutionary, Slutopova statesman. Aya Papa, the politicians and leaders are trying our patience. They promise to fix things, but they are doing the same strategies. How can we ever change when nothing ever changes in our leadership? So, Papa, allow people to come out and allow our voices to be powerful. Let people run for office. Let us think of new institutional ways of running governments. Let us think of new roles, new governing system, and new laws. Things have to start changing because we are once again going back to the 1950s and ages of discrimination and genocide and an untold level, family. So, Papa, inspire our new leaders, inspire our communities at every level, every age group, every intersectionality, so that we can save ourselves. I love you, Papa. May you rest in peace. And to all of my ancestors, aunties, uncles, gammies, papas, those who have gone before us, send us your blessings as we continue to thrive and survive as your children, grandchildren, and great, 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 great grandchildren here on this earth. Family, it's Tuesday, and this coyote's already had a full day. Something about teaching in the classroom both feeds your soul and drains your body at the same time. So this coyote's gonna go off to go cause trouble at the gym. I'm so excited and happy that you're here to join me again for this yoga break. But don't forget, family, every day we just try. Join me in creating one habit, one healthy habit a day that is gonna help create a healthier you. I need you, family. I need you with me. I need you here. I need you whole. I need you sane because we're all in this together. Don't forget, family, never alone, always with your global family. I love you. This coyote's off to go cause trouble somewhere else, probably at a Planet of Fit somewhere. And Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, yes! I'm going back tonight after being off for almost 14 days, family. I had the COVID last 12 days ago. And yeah, I was trying to recover last week. Oof. It wasn't too bad, but still, when you just kind of have that little bit of miserable, but it's gonna be okay. This coyote has hope. I love you. Off to God's trouble somewhere else.